Hello, everyone. Welcome to round number 7 of Norway Chess 2022. And one of the highlights of this round is Vishy Anand's win over Timur Radjabov in the Armageddon. Anand is unstoppable as he regains the lead in Norway after that upset by Arjan Tari over Magnus Carlsen. Anand keeps on winning. Oh, Anand is an unstoppable train here. Again, e4. Fighting chess by Anand with e4, e5, knight f3. Nice is bishop c4, bishop c5. The famous Italian c3, knight into f6, d3, d6, bishop g5. Anand played it the other day against Magnus. h6, bishop h4. Still no g5, all right, still no g5, so a5 here, knight bd2, bishop a7, castles, and finally g5 by Radjabov. Bishop g3, castles. Instead of playing knight h5, black castles. Rook e1, knight h7, h3, h5. Oh, Radjabov went for broke. d4, queen f6. Bishop b5, h4, yeah, wrong pawn. g4, I guess, was important here. Takes and takes, yeah. If you take on take on c6, you have g takes f3. You still have that threat on the bishop. The bishop moves back and go c6. The bishop has to go back to d3, and then you can go knight g5, yeah. Because if knight takes f3, you have bishop d4. And black should be fine. h4, and just bishop h2, g4 takes. It's a big difference, huh? Takes on c6, takes on c6. Now, Anand has queen a4. Well, a queen moving to the queen side, moving out of the pin, threatening c6. The knight takes care of f3, and it takes care of d4. Right, that queen also protects that d4 pawn. h3, and says no problem. Bishop g3. Radjabov went for queen h6, just takes. Queen takes h3, rook e3. Bishop to d7. I think this was the decisive mistake. I don't know why Radjabov had to go back here to d7 to protect that pawn on c6. The important pawn to protect is e5. You could play f6 here, by the way. What's the point? If queen takes c6, you can go king h8. If you capture on c7, you can use rook g8. Yes. Again, the pawn on e5 is protected with these two pawns. If white keeps on capturing that pawn, you can use bishop b8. Okay, white will go for queen d5, for example. Here, you can use that rook a7. And how can white defend this strong rook g7? You can shift to e6. You can play knight to g5, rook to h7 as well. The king is not safe. Bishop d7 was punished by Anand with a beautiful knight takes e5. Wow, Anand is so sharp. Look at the difference when you play f6 here. Knight takes e5 will not be possible because f takes e5, bishop takes e5. It can move back to h5. Now, what's the difference in this position? When bishop d7 takes, bishop takes e5, queen h5. The difference is rook g3 check because you move away that bishop to d7. Yeah. And after moving back to g4, Anand queen to d1, how to protect that bishop. And the king is not safe with this bishop on e5 controlling that dark square. Again, that passive retreat on D7 was worse for Raja, and that was his losing move, by the way. This one single move. F6 was the way to go. Yeah. Just give that pawn on C6. Yeah. The important thing is you control E5. Again, you can use the G file. Right? It's an open G file, by the way. Key's not safe on G1. Even if white keeps on attacking your pawns, no problem. This Guru G8, let him capture your pawns. Use your pieces to attack the king. Black will not be able to survive. Okay, let's take a look at takes on E5, bishop E6. Okay, let's say queen goes to D3 and goes king F1, rook AG7, yes. If you go knight F1 to protect G3, okay, take on E5 first. What to do here? Okay, rook to D1, knight goes to F6 here, bring the knight. Threaten rook H7. What to do here? King is almost dead, yeah. Okay, knight can go back to H2. And then the knight goes H5. Now threat is knight F4 and queen G2 mate. Right, pieces on the king, yeah. Massive attack on the king with pieces. Two rooks, knight, bishop, queen. There'll be more pieces on the king. But Radjabov was very much worried about his pawn on C6. And even at 52, he is still tactically gifted. And so knight AC5, bishop takes E5, rook G3, and queen D1. Woohoo! That's why, again, he is a former world champion. And he's showing the young guys how to do it. And then winning once again. With this win in the Armageddon, that brings his score to 14 points. Magnus losing to Aryan Tari in the Armageddon gives him 1 point, so that's 13.5. Now Anand is half point ahead going into the last 2 rounds of Norway Chess 2022. Oh, it would be fitting if Anand wins this tournament. Yeah. 2 more games. We'll see if Anand still has something in his tank. Yeah, because when you're getting older, you're losing so much energy also. But it's not showing here. It's not showing here. So that was it. Anand regains the lead in Norway after round 7. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting our channel, Charts Match Chess and Charts Match Entertainment on Facebook and YouTube. This is Coach Oliver. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.